Hey everyone, thank you for tuning back in to another DOY Creations video. I am Jeanette, also known as Soraya, and before I get started, I always like to give glory, honor, and praise to the Most High Yah. Alright guys, so I got this quick and easy project to make with you guys today. This is a 1 hour cowl, and I'm getting ready to share with you guys the items, supplies you're going to need to make this cowl. So stay tuned. All right, guys, so here are the supplies you're going to need to make this beautiful 1 hour cowl. I am going to be using some chunky yarn, so I'm going to be putting these two colors together. I received this yarn from the Dollar Tree, and I only have 3 skeins, but as you can see, it only has 20 yards. So I grabbed some of my loops and thread chunky yarn. So this is the yarn that combo. So whatever chunky yarn that you have available, you can use a number 8, 9, or 10 crochet hook. The larger the hook, the quicker the project. I'm using a number 8. Grab you a tapestry needle that has a large opening. So when you get ready to sew in your loose pieces, it'll be able to fit through the tapestry needle hole right here. And then you're going to need a pair of scissors. All right, let's get started. I'm going to get started with the gray. You can definitely put this in one color. You don't have to use multiple colors, but I only have 3 skeins of this right here. And because it's only 20 yards, it's not going to be enough. Go ahead and make a slip knot. The way that I make my slip knot is I wrap the yarn around 2 fingers, make a loop, and I go in and grab the yarn and pull it up. And we're going to get started with chaining 75. To make a chain, you grab the yarn, pull it through the loop. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So go ahead and make a chain of 75. Okay, I have my chain of 75, and just take your finger and go straight down your chain just to ensure that you don't twist your work. Once you get back to chain number 1, which is this chain right here, I want you to do a slip stitch to join. So go ahead and slip stitch to join. I'm just going to take my longer piece of yarn, my working yarn, and I'm just going to go through the first loop and finish it through the second loop. And now my work is attached. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to do a double crochet, chain 1 in every other stitch. So my second stitch, I'm going to skip. I'm going to go directly into my third stitch and do a double crochet. I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to skip a stitch and go into the next stitch. To do a double crochet, you wrap your yarn around the hook, go directly into that stitch, pull through. You have 3 chains on your hoop. Go through 2. You have 2 chain on your hoop. Go through the next 2. Chain 1. And then I want you to repeat this process all the way around till you get back to your first chain 4 stitch. So again, you're going to skip a stitch, skip the next stitch, do a double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1, and go into the next one. Repeat that all the way around, and I'll be back once I have mine. Once you make it all the way back around, go ahead and end it with a chain. And then I want you to go on top of the chain 4 and go ahead and do a slip stitch to join. All right, so row 1 is complete. For the rest of the rows are just a repeat, and that's what makes this go quick. You go ahead and chain up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and directly on top of your double crochets, you're going to put a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet on top of the bottom double crochet, chain 1. So repeat this all the way around, doing your double crochets directly on top of your bottom double crochet and chain 1. And you're going to repeat this for a total of 10 rounds. each time that you get back to your chain 4, you're going to slip stitch directly inside of your chain 4 space and repeat. I'm going to show you once I change colors. I'm going to show you how I change colors. But if you're not going to change colors, you're just going to repeat this around and around for a total of 10 rows. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've been adding colors. So this is how mine is looking so far. I just slip stitch to join my next row. So if you want to do your color change the way I do mine, I go ahead and make the join. And now I'm going to bring back the gray. So I just take the gray and have a little hanging part right here. And I'm just going to insert it inside this like this, my chain space right here. And that is what's going to give me the connection. I'm going to take my loose piece right here and make a knot just like this. Make sure it's tight. And I'm just going to double knot it just like this. And now my new color is on my crochet hook. So I'm going to go ahead and chain up 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And my work down here, I'm just going to crochet it across. I'm just going to add it to my work so that I don't have to do any sewing in. So I'm going to go ahead to my next stitch, but I'm laying my work directly on top of there, and I'm just going to work over my hanging strings or yarn. I'm going to repeat the process of double crochet chaining 1, laying my work directly on top of my next stitch, go into my next stitch, holding my work with it, and then I'm just going to do my process. And this way I don't have to sew in my loose ends. I could just cut it off because it has been worked in with my work. And let's go ahead and do one more. I'm running out of thread there. Okay. So I have sewn over or crochet over that. So now just have these little pieces left. I'm just going to get rid of the color I was previously working on. Okay. And now I can finish my process of working. Let's just move this to the side. Chain 1 and double crocheting all the way around. I'll meet you once I'm back around. So this is how I look. Okay, remember when you get back to your last stitch, make sure you do your chain 1. Go directly on top of the chain 4 space, and we're going to go into that stitch, and we're going to do our slip stitch to join. And we're going to chain up 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're just going to go directly on top of our bottom double crochet, and we're just going to repeat. This is just a repeat all the way around for a total of 10 rows. So I'm just going to continue on with my double crochet, chain 1, double crochet all the way around, and I'll meet you back once I am completed. All right, I have made it all the way back around to my last stitch. And so now I could just fasten off because I slip stitch to join, and that is the end of this scarf. So now what I'm going to do is just take my tapestry needle, and I'm just going to sew in this piece right here that I have hanging along with this piece and any other piece that needs to be sewed in. Because of the yarn is a thick and chunky yarn, that is why you need a large hole for your to sew in the loose ends. I know I'm not going to be able to do this on camera, so I'm just going to go off camera and I'm just going to thread my needle. My needle is now thread, and I'm just going to take this piece of yarn that's hanging out, and I'm just going to hide it into my work. So I'm just going to start at the top and bring it down some, and I'm just hiding the work so you don't know where I started. My camera is shaking. I apologize, but it's all about the process. I'm just going to hide it just a little bit more. And all you're doing is just going through your work and just going through your work and just pull through. You can do it as much as you want. Just hide it very well. And I think mine's is hitting pretty well. And I'm just going to grab my scissors and just cut this piece off. Bring this down a little bit to make them look uniform, and that's it. So let's look at the finished product. All right, everyone. So here is our finished 1 hour cowl. If you do not have thick, chunky yarn, you could definitely use 2 strands of 4-ply yarn to give the chunkiness. But if you do have chunky yarn, this is how your work will turn out. It's very beautiful, very comfortable and cozy. We are coming into our winter months, and this is a great idea to make up a quick and easy cowl neck scarf. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments box below. It took only 1 hour to create this, so be creative and have fun. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give me a thumbs up, share if you like, also subscribe if you have not, and hit your bell settings to all. And until next video, always remember y'all, Psalm 68:4 in your King James Version. Always keep your life and your health in check, and I'll check with you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.